Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Temi, and on this channel I provide you valuable information to help your nursing journey in Canada. This video is created for internationally educated nurses, and it will provide you information as to the first couple steps you need to take to become a nurse in Canada. If you're internationally educated, that means that you studied nursing outside of Canada. So maybe the UK, Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, India, Liberia, Japan, China, anywhere. What that means basically is that you have a nursing degree or a nursing diploma of some sort. You have to go through the National Nursing Assessment Service. So that's a body in Canada that assesses your educational background. What that means is you would provide your transcripts, you will provide your degree, you will provide information about the program that you took, and then they will weigh it against the Canadian curriculum and let you know what needs to be done. So what extra education that you might need, or if you're just qualified right away to write the NCLEX exam. So to practice nursing in Canada, you need to have passed the NCLEX exam, which is the professional exam that qualifies you to be a registered nurse. So if you have a degree in nursing, you have just the BSN, you're not a registered nurse yet. But as soon as you pass the NCLEX exam, then you're called a registered nurse in Canada and the US, just to be specific, because I'm sure some other countries maybe do it differently. So basically, when you go on the N.U.R.S.I.N.G website or the N.N.A.S website, you create an application. You create an application and then you start to put in your documents. They require that you have 2 original identity documents. So it could be your passport, a government issued ID, your driver's license. Other acceptable documents are like your marriage certificate, your birth certificate, your divorce certificate. Those are other identity documents. They want copies of the original documents, but those copies have to be notarized. So basically you have to go to somebody that will serve as a witness that those copies that you provided are actually copies of the original documents. So they would need that in addition to your transcript from your school. The transcript has to have like a detailed explanation of the courses that you took. So not just I took biology or human anatomy, but basically I took human anatomy that covered X, Y, and Z parts of the body, and explain that this is what you do. You're just sharing more of what you did in school so that they can compare it with the Canadian curriculum. The main application is $650 USD, and you add 1 province. So they assess you province by province. So if you're wanting to be assessed by another province, then you add $55 US on top of that 650. So because nursing in Canada is really provincially regulated, even though you write the NCLEX, that's a general exam, you have to be registered province by province. So what that means is that they have to assess your credentials province by province. So if you're wanting more than 1 province in your application, you pay the extra $55 US. If also your documents are not in English and you need a translator, then you need to pay $85 US if you're wanting it to be translated by the N.N.A.S. So they have a qualified translator, $85 US per page. But if you have a certified translator already, you don't have to pay for their own translating services. So this process usually takes about 12 months from when you start to getting all your documents ready and actually receiving an advisory report. An advisory report is what they give you that actually shows your competency level based on your school compared to the Canadian curriculum. So after that is done, if you're also wanting to be assessed for a different group, so they have an assessment for RPNs, RNs, LPNs. So if you're wanting to be assessed across all 3, then you pay $220 per extra group. So say in your main application, you say you just want to be assessed as a registered nurse, and then you're like, okay, maybe I should also be assessed as a licensed practical nurse. Then you pay $220 in addition to your $650. Yeah. And then if you're appealing and then you think appealing as in I don't think the results are right, then you pay $500 US if you're thinking that okay, you should have added more information from the beginning, but you didn't add, and then you want to now add it. That's extra $500. So please make sure your application is really complete and that you're receiving as in a robust explanation of the different courses that you took. So that's basically it. You create an application, you start to upload your documents, then they do an advisory report, and then they send it back to you. So that advisory report, based on the province, is what tells you if you need more education, what tells you if you're just qualified right away to go write the NCLEX exam, which usually is not the case, or the licensing exam. But they would also tell you like what other education that you might need to be able to continue the process. I believe if you already have the NCLEX designation, it's easier for you to just register with the province right away. Don't quote me on that. I'll get more information for you. So yeah, that is pretty much all that you need, because to write the NCLEX, you have to have been cleared by a body to write the NCLEX examination. You don't just register to write it. Top 2 provinces that are really good and exceptional with internationally educated nurses are Nova Scotia and Ontario. So if you're an internationally educated nurse, those are 2 provinces I would suggest to keep looking into, and I'll make a video sometime to provide more information about how to go about things with those provinces. In the meantime, please catch up with my other videos and let me know if you have any other questions. I will be reading in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I hope that you liked and found this information valuable. Please don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video, and all the best on your nursing journey in Canada.